The only thing scarier than a runaway snowboarder on Mount Cragmore is Barnaby getting caught. Because up until now, his pranks have been legendary, sure. But what happens when the ski patrol finally says, enough is enough? Barnaby had gone from lonely Yeti to mountain legend. The pancake prank, the ketchup chairlift disaster, people couldn't stop laughing. But laughter can only protect you for so long. Word spread fast, and it didn't take long before Ski Patrol put their goggles together and made a decision. Whoever or whatever was behind these pranks had to be stopped. And that's when Barnaby faced his first real challenge, outsmarting the very people who ran the mountain. Here's the thing about Barnaby. Once he got a taste of attention, he wanted more. Every prank had to be bigger, louder, funnier. He wasn't just playing around anymore, he was staging full-on productions. He turned entire ski racks upside down. He swapped trail maps with doodles of Yetis skiing backwards. And he even built fake shortcut signs that sent people straight into fluffy snowbanks. Skiers thought it was hilarious. Kids adored it. But Ski Patrol? They were tired of it. They had jobs to do, keeping the mountain safe. And a giant prankster Yeti was not in the safety manual, so they made a plan. Set a trap, catch the culprit, and put an end to the chaos. The problem? Barnaby wasn't dumb. Mischievous? Yes. Careless? Sometimes. But when it came to protecting his identity, he was sharp. And when he spotted Ski Patrol's trap, he couldn't resist turning it into his biggest prank yet. Here's how it went down. Ski Patrol decided to bait Barnaby with the one thing he couldn't resist, fresh powder and a crowd. They announced a big race down Cragmore's most popular run. Families, pros, instructors, everyone would be there. Perfect prank territory. Perfect trap. Barnaby heard about it from behind a snowbank and immediately started brainstorming. What could he do? Replace the finish line banner with something silly? Fill snow boots with jelly? Or maybe something even bigger? Meanwhile, Ski Patrol set their trap. They placed hidden cameras, roped off lookout spots, and even recruited a couple of decoys. Patrollers dressed up as regular skiers, pretending to stumble around while watching for signs of Barnaby. They thought they had him cornered, but Barnaby wasn't planning on being caught. He was planning on being unforgettable. The day of the race arrived. The slopes were packed. Flags lined the course, music blasted from speakers, and kids waved signs cheering for their favorite racers. Ski Patrol lurked everywhere, their eyes sharp behind their goggles. They whispered into radios, "Keep your eyes open. If the prankster shows, we've got him." Barnaby crouched behind a ridge, his heart pounding. And then, showtime. As the racers lined up, Barnaby unleashed his masterpiece. Overnight, he'd built dozens of giant cardboard cutouts, life-sized Yeti fans holding foam fingers and cheering signs. He planted them all along the race course. From a distance, it looked like a wild, rowdy crowd of snow monsters. Kids screamed. Someone shouted, "There's more of them!" But Barnaby wasn't done. At the finish line, he'd replaced the banner with one that read, "Congratulations, you just lost to a Yeti." When the first racers sped through, they looked up, saw the sign, and burst out laughing so hard they nearly fell. The crowd roared with laughter. The racers laughed. Even some of the decoys couldn't help themselves. But Ski Patrol? They weren't laughing. They moved in. Radios crackled. Boots crunched. "We've got movement near the ridge. Surround him." Barnaby realized his prank was working a little too well. The crowd's laughter was loud, but the sound of Ski Patrol closing in was louder. He had to escape, and fast. So he did what any prankster Yeti would do. He triggered his backup plan, snow cannons. Hidden in the trees, Barnaby had rigged together makeshift snow launchers, basically hollow logs packed with powder. With a tug of a rope, they fired off, blasting snow clouds into the air. The entire finish line disappeared in a whiteout. People screamed, then laughed, thinking it was part of the show. Ski Patrol tripped over each other, and Barnaby, he vanished into the storm. When the snow cleared, all that was left were laughing racers, confused patrollers, and a single giant message carved into the snow with Barnaby's footprints. Nice try. The prank was legendary. The town buzzed with stories about the mysterious prankster who outsmarted Ski Patrol. Kids begged their parents to take them back to Cragmore just to see if the Yeti would strike again. And Ski Patrol? They were furious, but also secretly impressed. They'd tried to catch him, and he'd turned their trap into the biggest prank yet. Barnaby sat high on the ridge that night, looking down at the twinkling lodge lights, his fur still dusted with snow. He chuckled to himself. Nice try. For the first time, he wasn't just a prankster. He was untouchable, and that made him unstoppable. Don't miss Episode 4, Barnaby's Prank War with the Snowboarders.